What's going on, guys? It's your boy GS, and welcome back to yet another Madden 13 online ranked match. And today we are going to try our very best to provide some biblical gameplay using the Carolina Panthers. And my opponent, Daddy-O Buffy Ford Daddy, I don't know, he ends up backing out, and we end up getting a new opponent who decides to go with the Chicago Bears. And as you see, I'm scrolling through playbooks. I'm like, which one should I try? You know, let's go with Carolina. Let's give that a shot. Let's see if they have anything in there that I could like. I'm sure that they got a couple packages for Cam Newton with his speed, so we'll go ahead and give it a shot. And as far as the matchup goes, I think it's a very even matchup. Both teams are very solid offensively and defensively. And you know, a couple things you got to worry about with the Bears. You got to worry about Hester on special teams. You got to worry about Knox and Hester receiving, because their speed is absolutely outrageous. So you're going to see me using the linebacker, I think, the entire game, because I don't want to get beat with streaks. So I'll let the CPU handle those deep blue zones and see if we can get some help over the top. So to begin the game, I'm scrolling through the playbook and I see Panther heavy, and I decide to you know, try it out. So very first play, we end up canceling the play action, and look who's wide open. We got Olsen wide open towards the drag route, and we end up catching him, and we end up hitting him with that Three Stooges, and we end up scoring a touchdown very first play of the game. And look at Cam Newton, he's pumped. He's throwing three-piece combos in here. So right now we're up 7-0. And now our job is to go ahead and stop this very tough offense with the speed that they have, Forte and also Cutler, and of course Brandon Marshall. Now Cutler does make bad throws every once in a while, but for the most part he's an accurate quarterback, and you know, when he's on point, makes it very tough to stop team. As you can see, he comes out the gates passing, and now he decides to throw, and he ends up getting a wide receiver on the route, on the right. So what we want to do is limit his run just like that. We want to force him to pass, because Forte is a very dangerous running back, and we don't want him to, you know, continuously to beat us on the pass. Right there, he goes over the middle, and I thought we were in position, but we just missed it. Right here, Cutler goes over to the right, and as you can see, he's moving the ball pretty well. He's not having too much problems, and now he's running the ball. Goes to the outside, and then he cuts back to the right for a couple of yards. I thought we had him behind the line of scrimmage, but that juke move, he broke like 8 people. So he ends up going over the middle. So it's 3rd and 4. You can see Cutler hasn't missed a pass yet. He's, you know, doing what he does. First incompletion of the game right there, and we end up holding him to a field goal. So we feel like that's an accomplishment in its own, you know, to be able to stop somebody to 3 points. Now if I score, I'm up 14-3. It's a 2-possession game, and we're feeling very confident about our probability of being able to win this game. So we go back to the Panther heavy formation, and you know, it worked once, so why not? We're going to continue to try it. This time we go to D-Lo, and he ends up getting us you know, good amount of yards right there. And right here we're standing with Cam Newton. We're trying to find somebody, but unfortunately we found somebody, but his name is Julius Peppers. So we end up getting sacked, losing yards. So we need this to avoid a punt, and we find Smith right over the middle. So again, we want to continue to move the ball, and it looks like, you know, this isn't the type of gameplay we wanted to have. We didn't want to come out just passing, you know, like crazy, but it's working right there. Look at the QB rabbit. Cam Newton is gone. Look at Superman racing all the way to the end zone, and you got to hit him with the Superman, baby. Look at it, scoring a touchdown with the QB rabbit. That's my first ever touchdown with the QB rabbit. That may be the 3rd time I've ever tried it. So I was very excited when I went ahead and scored with that thing. So we're up 14-3. And I feel like one more stop here plus another score, this game is possibly over. Look at me right there. I'm bringing the lumber. You need to make sure you don't run straight to it, because I'm bringing the lumber. Right there was a huge hit. Now, of course, we would have liked the fumble, but unfortunately, he was able to hold on to the ball. So right here, you see Cutler running outside of the pocket right here. He ends up getting a couple of yards right there. So, you know, we feel like a stop and a score. This game is ours. So, you know, we got to watch out for the deadliness that he has on offense. And on 4th and 7, he punts the ball. You know, much power to him for actually playing the way the game needs to be played. No weenie moves. So we end up getting the ball. We have a chance to go up 21-3. I mean, come on, I hit him in the back of the head. How about turning around? How about some awareness, son? So right now it's 2nd and 10, and we end up, we're looking, we go over towards the left, and he ends up barreling his way for 1st down, which is Olsen. So, you know, at worst, we should be able to come away with the field goal. We're really close to field goal territory. One more 1st down should do it. Right here, we try the QB wrap. We go up the middle for a couple of yards, but it's stopped. So 3rd and 10, we really need this to avoid a punt. And we're looking. We go over the middle, wide open, but he drops it. He ends up dropping the streak, so we're forced to punt the ball back. And we lost a great opportunity to go up really big. So But our defense has been doing okay. We held him to a field goal. We got to stop. So maybe we can continue to do good defensively right there. He does a nice out route, gets the first down. And then a little later on during the game, he ends up doing something that he was absolutely destroying me with, which you're going to see a little later coming up. He ends up just streaking Forte and doing the absolutely overpowered precision and just throwing dots, and I couldn't stop it. Like right there, just really quick, he'll go streak him out of the backfield, and he'll just immediately throw it real quick. Zones wasn't stopping it, man-to-man wasn't stopping it. I mean, I pretty much had to pay attention to it myself, but then there's other players that, that had to worry about, so he was just killing me with it. And I want to say that right there definitely brought him back in the game. Nice play action fake to go over the middle to get him in great territory to at least score a field goal, but he ends up scoring a touchdown. Gives us about 20 seconds, and let's see if we can go ahead and make something happen. Not much time, but you guys know in the game of Madden, 20 seconds with timeouts is a very, very long time. So, we're a couple of big plays away from being able to kick a field goal. That's exactly what we're going to try to do. So we try to, catch him off guard with a QB rack. Unfortunately, it doesn't get us the type of yards we were expecting. Then we end up getting sacked, and then right there, there's really no chances of trying to, force anything. So we end up just taking it to the second half, and not the lead we wanted. We felt like we should have been up a little bit more, but nonetheless, we have a lead, and we'll go ahead and take that. Anytime you're up in a game, you can't complain. So he ends up going to Forte, and we got second down right here, and that's exactly what I'm talking about. Streak, precision pass, and it was really tough to stop. I mean, he would throw it as soon as the person guarding him would turn his back, and with that read and react defense is really tough to stop it. And Forte has really good hands. So, I mean, he's not dropping too many balls back there. So, 3rd and 9, we really need this, and we're trying to stop him. Tippy throws on the right side, and this is crucial. We thought he didn't get it, so we end up challenging it, and we lose the timeout. Now, that right there could definitely hurt us a little later on in the game that we lost that challenge. We took a shot, but we failed. So, now we're a little upset about that. But we got to get back into this game right here. We end up getting a sack right there, which is huge. Forces a 3rd and long. And now he's standing back in the pocket. And who else? Of course, the streak to Forte. And he ends up catching it in traffic. Really good catch there. I really thought he should have dropped that. But, I mean, what do? A Run DMC voice. So right now he's in really good territory to score and take the lead. So we get a huge sack. And right now we want to hold him to a field goal. We want to be able to not let him score a touchdown and take this lead. But unfortunately, that's exactly what happens. So we go from 14-3. Now we're down 17-14. So we gave up 14 unanswered points, and that right there definitely is not a good feeling. So now we got to go ahead and put some type of points up on the board, either tie it or take the lead. We'll take whatever we can get. Right there, the QB wrap again gets us, a decent amount of yards. So it makes it a little easier to pass. When you only got a couple of yards to get the first down, and right there we end up going to D-Lo, and he ends up just outrunning almost everybody, but he gets tackled close to about the 30-yard line. So right now we're in field goal territory. That's all we needed to get to. So worst case scenario, we should be able to tie this game, but best believe we want this touchdown. So we end up going to the Panther heavy, quick pass to Steve Smith. One thing I didn't like out of that formation, you can't no huddle because you can't switch different plays, and you can't out route. So you're forced to use the routes that they come out of. And, you can't pre-adjust any type of hot routes, which I didn't like, but it's really tough. That QB wrap, if that computer falls for it, you're gone. So, I mean, it has home run playability from that formation, which is crazy. So, right here, we end up going to Murphy. We get stopped. Right here was a very crucial 3rd and goal right here. And we figure we'll sneak in a run, and we end up getting it. We scored a touchdown. So, now we are up 4 points. So, a field goal by him does not tie the game. He needs a touchdown. So now we're figuring, we got this. Let's get it stopped. Let's put this W in the bag. Let's go ahead and stop him for the win. One thing we got to look out for is that Forte streak that he's been absolutely killing us with. And right here, you see he's going back to Forte, and he's eating up a lot of clock with it. So it looks like he's going to be able to just go for a game-winning drive. Because the way the clock is going, I'm not going to have much time, if any, if he does score. So we really need to stop here in order to win this game, because he's doing the timing game and he's doing it well. So he gets within the 20 right there. 2-minute warning comes, and now we're like, damn, the extra timeout would have came in handy. He ends up going over the middle of the 4th, and we just stop him shy of scoring. And right here, we bring in the lumber. Come on, son, don't show me one-on-one. My tackling ability is getting a lot better because I'm bringing that lumber. So right now, 2nd and goal, and we get an incompletion. 3rd and goal, very crucial. He ends up going to an out route, but he drops it. So this is very big right here. 4th down. This is going to determine the game. He backs up, and he looks wide open, and he ends up dropping the football. Unbelievable. You want to talk about catching breaks. We end up leaving somebody wide open on the drag route, but he just drops it with nobody in sight. Not due to contact. I don't know if the sun was in his eyes. For whatever reason, he just dropped the football. And you want to talk about catching breaks. So after that, we're like, whoo! We will thankfully run the clock out, and that's exactly what we end up doing. So this was a hand-wrapped Christmas gift for us, but we'll go ahead and take that. Victory is a victory. We will gladly take it. I know you got to be frustrated. That's got to suck to lose that way, to have somebody so wide open and drop a pass. But again, hey, we'll take it. As always, it's your boy GS bringing you guys hopefully nothing but great content on hopefully an everyday basis. If you're new to the channel, you definitely want to subscribe because we have daily Madden content. And if you already been rocking with your boy for a while, I appreciate it. You know, continue to show support. I'll continue to, show these biblical gameplays. As always, it's your boy GS signing out. Peace. Give it to me, baby.